Welcome back, PERK'S reCAP podcast. Once again, we are going over the New York Yankees' latest series against the Mariners. I said on this West Coast trip, I was hoping for 3-3, or get a little greedy and go 4-2, and I was able to get greedy. They did go 4-2. I'm a little bit surprised. The narrative that I was putting out there earlier about how they were kind of just bullies and they weren't playing well against good teams. Well, they went on a West Coast trip. Now you hear the Athletics and you think that's not a good team, and maybe by the end of the season they won't be. But I mean, last year they weren't terrible, and this year so far they're around 500, and it was a road games, and they went there, they won 2 out of 3, and then they go play Seattle, the Mariners, who were kind of scuffling coming in to the series, but still in first place in the AL West. So first place is first place as far as I'm concerned. And the Yankees took 2 out of 3. Let's see how they did it. The first game was Monday, the 12th. With an 11-5 win, the Yankees had 15 hits. Judge went 2 for 3. We got 2 home runs from Grisham. I don't know what has gotten into Trent Grisham. He's up to 12 homers. I don't understand. I mean, Judge leads the league with 15. He's got 12. I mean, what are we talking about here? So, obviously they'll take it. I do believe there's a chance that there's like a 2 for 40 coming or something like that. So I don't totally believe, but while he's hot and still going, you ride that obviously, and maybe he can keep it up to some degree moving forward here, and keep playing up to this level or close to it. So anyway, Wells also hit a home run. And Volpe hit a home run, his 6th. Wells his 8th. Clark Schmidt, not a spectacular outing, not terrible. 6 innings, 3 runs. I guess technically that's a quality start, but he really pitched better than that, to be honest, in my opinion. He pitched pretty good. His ERA now is finally getting to some respectability at 4.75. Not great, obviously, but 4.75. And hopefully, he's starting to get back into the groove that he was in when he was pitching really well last year. Mark Leiter Jr. is, I don't know what to think about him. I'm so mixed on him, but he pitched an inning in that game as well, clean inning, so take that. Devin Williams pitched a clean inning as well. Always good to see. Maybe he's getting right. He had that one outing where he really gave it up, those 3 runs. But other than that, like his last 5 outings, that was the one bad one, but he had 4 good ones. So that's encouraging. Ian Hamilton also won clean inning. The person who got banged around a little bit was Tim Hill. 2/3 of an inning, 2 earned runs. His ERA stands at 3.86. So your relievers, you want to be closer to 3, and that's just what you want. Your relievers shouldn't have big high earn run averages unless they get bombed once and it kind of blows up their ERA moving forward, and it takes them a while to get back. But he hasn't really gotten bombed anyway. Little concerning. We'll see what happens with Tim Hill. Yankees hit around the Seattle starter Hancock. He gave up 7 earned runs early. The story of this game, though, unfortunately, Oswaldo Cabrera, if you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. Just a gruesome injury at home plate. Broke it, has a fracture or a compound fracture, whatever it was. The ambulance actually came on the field. I don't remember the last time an ambulance came on the field for a baseball game. But the ambulance came on the field. They took him away. Obviously, he's gone. I don't know. I haven't heard a prognosis. If it's just a clean break of his ankle, I mean, normally when players break bones, it's like 8 weeks, maybe 12 weeks at the most. I don't know if there's more to it than that. If there was also like ligament damage in there nerve damage. There could be all sorts of things. So for the time being, I'm thinking he's done for the year, but it definitely is possible we see him late in the season, August, September times in that frame. Probably not August, maybe September, October, in that area. Maybe he comes back for the playoffs if they really need him. We'll see, but I'm of the mindset that he's done for the year. Plus, you gotta, your thoughts got to be with him and his family right now, and what he's got to be going through, what he went through, and it seemed like it really shook up the team too. But the game was just about over too. That's the thing. The 11-5, he scored the 11th run on the play he got hurt on, and Trent Grisham afterwards was getting interviewed. It looked like he was wiping away some tears. So it definitely affected them all. Tuesday, they lost 2-1 in 11 innings, and I got to tell you, this was one that they could have won. They could have swept the series. They had their opportunities, but early on, the pitcher for Seattle, I think it's Brandon Wu or Brian Wu. His last name is Wu. Either way, 6 1/3 innings, no runs, 6 Ks, 4 hits, no walks. So the Yankees didn't even really get traffic. I think at one point he retired 12 or 15 Yankees in a row. But Max Fried was pitching, and I said earlier, Max Fried, when he's pitching well, he's your ace. You've got to win those games, because the other games that the pitchers, you're not entirely confident in. So when you got a guy you're confident in, those are the games you make sure you got to win. And up until this point, the Yankees have won every Max Fried start. So what happens here? He doesn't have his good stuff. Obvious, no problem. You're not going to have your good stuff every time. But he still only gives up 1 run in 5 innings. A couple walks, 4 hits. ERA balloons up to 1.11. So right there, still excellent ERA. And again, 1 run, 5 innings is more than acceptable. That's really good. Cruz, clean inning. His ERA is at 3.31. I'm sorry. Leiter came back, with a clean inning. His ERA is at 3.31. Cruz with a clean inning. Weaver pitches 2 innings. I got a little concerned last week with Weaver. He gave up his first runs and gave a couple hits and didn't look all that great last week when him and Devin Williams blew that game. But 2 innings, nothing, given up. Awesome. Williams, another inning of nothing. His ERA, I know it's bad, 8.36, but to be honest, where it was, it's actually quite the improvement. And Tim Hill, again, comes out, does not get an out, gives up 2 hits and a run. The run he gives up is not an earned run. It doesn't go against his ERA. It was the run he gave up in the 11th inning. This went extras, and Cleveland was able to get that ghost runner from second around. And if you know anything about the new rules with that, is if you're a reliever, you come in and pitch an extra inning with somebody on second to start the inning, and they score, it doesn't go against your ERA. So it's a run given up, but not an earned run given up. The Yankees' bats are what's at fault here. Let's be honest. Runners in scoring position, how about 0 for 14? 0 for 14 with runners in scoring position. 11 runners left on base. The only one with 2 hits in the game was Trent Grisham. There's that name again. 2 for 5. Also, DJ LeCrapmew came back. 0 for 1. It's his first game back. He got activated off the IL the day after Cabrera gets hurt. So he got there late. Apparently, he couldn't start or anything. But apparently, going forward, he's going to start. We'll see. I obviously, by my nickname, I don't like him. I don't think he should be there. At this point, I guess you would say it's a necessity for now. I really am against this, but prove me wrong. That's all I can say. I was against a few guys, and so far they've been proving me wrong. Some of them, not necessarily guys like Cookie Carrasco, because he got DFA'd, But someone like Yarbrough is pitching pretty well. I didn't want him either. So prove me wrong, DJ. Show us you got something left in the tank. That would be phenomenal. But I wouldn't bet on it. I'm not holding my breath on that. Wednesday, they win 3-2. Luis Castillo for Seattle only gives up 1 run in 6 innings, but 6 hits, 6 Ks. Will Warren, his second good start in a row. And how about the strikeouts? Is he becoming a strikeout pitcher or more of a strikeout pitcher? 5 innings, which you're not going to get much more than that out of Will Warren at this point. 9 Ks in 5 innings. 2 runs. You can definitely live with that. 4 hits, 1 walk. And his ERA is now at 4.61. And again, not the greatest thing in the world, but where he started, he's got 2 good starts in a row under his belt. So, it's all about building confidence, right? You got to build confidence with the fans, with the coaches, obviously, with your pitching coach, and obviously for yourself in your own mind. Build that confidence, and maybe he can build off of these two starts and really settle into the role and be a quality number 5 starter, or at least a average number 5 starter. How about that? Or number 4 starter, to be honest, because I don't know if it's him or Yarbrough, but regardless. Matzik came in for 2/3, didn't give up anything. His ERA is 4.26, not great. Ian Hamilton goes an inning in the 3rd. His ERA goes down to 4.61. Again, not great. A lot of these bullpen arms they don't have great ERAs. Cruz goes an inning, a clean inning. His ERA is at 2.42. That's where you want to see your relievers' ERAs. And Weaver came in, got the save, pitched a clean inning, 0.45 ERA. Obviously, that is phenomenal. The offense, Goldschmidt pinch hit. He was getting the day off. He came up, pinch hit, hit a home run, and then Aaron Judge in the bottom of the 8th. I don't want to hear anything about him not being clutch. Bottom of the 8th, he broke the tie. It was the game-winning hit, home run number 15. He's batting .412. He was 2 for 4 in this game. Speaking of batting averages, Grisham is at 283. His OPS is almost 1,000. It's been over 1,000. Now it's at .995, so just about. Ben Rice is at 254. Haven't mentioned him this entire time, but he's at 254. Still has a 900 OPS. Judge, just stupid. We already said this. 412, a 1.279 OPS. Bellinger, 229, 688. I thought maybe he was coming out of it last week or the last podcast. Not entirely sure if he is or not. Hopefully he is. He's showing signs, but he hasn't had an explosion. I'm waiting for like 2 or 3 for 4, like for 3 or 4 days in a row, something like that, like a real explosion, a real hot streak. He's teasing us. He's like lukewarm. It's a lukewarm streak. It's a Luke Cody streak. Anyway, Volpe 240, 770 OPS. I mean, just Bellinger not even having a 700 OPS is concerning. Volpe, I've had such high hopes. I've held out hopes. I think if he's a 230 or 240 hitter again with 10 homers again, it might be time to bring in somebody for short and have him be a utility guy. I mean, this is year 3. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. 220, 230, and now he's batting 240. He's got to show us more. Jason Dominguez at 240 with a 761 OPS. I'll tell you what, though. He's been getting pretty big hits. I know his OPS is even lower than Volpe's. Actually, Volpe at the 770 is actually not terrible, his OPS. But anyway, Dominguez has been getting big hits. I still like what I'm seeing from him. So I'm not down on him at all. Again, he's a rookie. He's really young. We got to definitely give him time. But he's showing signs here and there. And he comes up in a big spot. And I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not like, oh, boy, here we go. No chance. I'm not like that at all when Dominguez comes up. LeMahieu's 1 for 4 on the early air. He did get a hit today. He was 1 for 3 with a walk, and he was 0 for 1 yesterday. I'm saying today. I'm recording this Wednesday night. You're probably going to hear this Thursday morning. But anyway, or Thursday during the day at some point. Escar is at 200. Wells is at 213 again. Here we go. Again with these low averages. Reyes, who comes in and is getting more playing time. And again with Cabrera, I don't know what the playing time is going to look like. It looks like LeMahieu is going to be primarily at second. That gives Reyes and Peraza third. Reyes batting 150, Peraza batting 189. Vivas has been getting, Yorbit has been getting some play at second, but 174 batting average. I mean, Vivas, Reyes, Peraza are all under 200. Some of them significantly under 200. Reyes batting 150. Goldschmidt, 346. Didn't know what to think about Goldschmidt coming in. I was a little concerned that he was cooked, that he was done. So far, so good. You can't complain about anything he's done. Really good at first, which we knew, and I was kind of expecting that at least. And, yeah, no complaints. He is hitting 346. And he stole a base, too, over these 3 games. Actually, a base that no one was expecting him to steal. Kind of surprised everybody when he stole that base. And Cabrera, before he got hurt, was batting 243. But when you compare him to the other infielders, 243 is not so bad. But he's gone now, obviously. Can DJ LeMahieu do that? At least, just, I'm not even asking for the old DJ. Just bat 240, 250. Just don't be, 170, 180. Like, be over 200 and be significantly over. I don't want 210 either. 250. Is that too much to ask from DJ LeMahieu? That's what I'm looking for the next 3 days. Next 3 games, 4 days, because they're off on Thursday. They play the Mets Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And the Mets series is interesting. First of all, of course, it's interesting because it's Juan Soto coming back to the Bronx. So that'll be interesting in good theater, as it is, regardless of anything. Especially if he gets a big hit in a big situation. But it doesn't seem like the Yankees put any importance on this series. Like last year, I believe they could have lined up their pitching a certain way with the day off or something to get a better pitcher in. They didn't do it. I think somebody was like kind of borderline if they could play or not, and they wanted to, and they just didn't let him. I don't exactly remember, but it's never felt like the Yankees put any more emphasis on the Mets series than any other series. They treat it like any other series. In the Mets, it seems like they don't. It seems like they do put some emphasis on the series. And I'm wondering now with Soto in Queens on the Mets, will that change? Will the Yankees really care more, put more emphasis on the series? We'll see. Like when they played Boston, will it feel like that? Will they do that kind of stuff? I think the fans are going to put it up, make it seem more important. The fans are going to be bonkers on Friday and Saturday and Sunday for this series. So we'll see if the Yankees respond with their A game. Um, you know, for an example, Judge hasn't had a day off. In years past, if that was the case, I wouldn't be surprised if Judge would get one of those days off against the Mets. Like, that's what I mean. They don't think of it as anything different. I'm wondering now if they do, and I kind of think they do. We'll have to see. We'll see how it goes. The Mets are playing very, very well, but the Yankees are coming off 2 series wins, and I think it might be 3 in a row against pretty good teams. They beat San Diego 2 out of 3. Oakland, we'll see how good they really are, but right now 500 or around there. And Seattle was in first place, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, and really could have won all 3 in all 3 series. A couple of those games got away from them. So we'll have to see how it goes. Let's see what Soto does and how they respond. I'm looking forward to it. Of course, New York's going to be all excited for another series as well in another sport that I don't really pay too much attention to, but I'm aware of, and that's the Knicks and the Celtics Game 6, also being played in New York on Friday, basically at the same time. So New York sports going crazy this weekend. That's going to do it. Hopefully you enjoyed this as much as me. Remember, I'll be back after the Mets series to recap that one. And until next time, I will see you later.